This is Newcap News with Michaela Henshaw.
Council held a public hearing for the amended land use bylaw and did not receive any statements from local residents in attendance. This comes somewhat as a surprise as the bylaw deals largely with changes due to cannabis legalization. City Council has heard feedback from hundreds of community members in recent months on the topic, resulting in productive conversation.
We had a great open house with the community when they came out to the mall, and I appreciate the people that came out. We had over 100 people come out.
And thus far, advocates for keeping cannabis retailers away from schools and medical facilities and other safety concerns have supported the city's preparation for incoming legislation.
What we can incur at the city level is ensure that people are adequately protected to what the standard of the community wants to see, and that's what the bylaw addresses.
Administration hopes to have the bylaws related to cannabis approved by the end of this month. And City Council passed the agreement bylaws for ATCO Electric and ATCO Gas this week. The electric agreement will run for another 10 years, while gas is extended even longer at 12 years. Mayor Albert says renewing the agreement is a matter of housekeeping, considering the benefits for both sides.
They're looking for some assurance from the business perspective, having a relationship with our provider and having it that it's not coming back year after year or even 2 years, 3 years. It's great to have a little bit of a longer term.
Having that longer term gives some stability while navigating the ebb and flow of the economy.
In terms of some of the work that we've just agreed to with replacement of lights and the like, save us money, and it's good to see a company that serves Albertans, serves us well, and actually saves us some money down the road in terms of keeping us looking like a first-class city.
And due to the exclusive franchise rights in the area, ATCO pays annual franchise fees to the city. And with Victoria long weekend here, Alberta Health Services are urging ATV users to be more responsible. Driving sober is AHS's biggest concern, stating that even small amounts of alcohol can make it difficult to operate an ATV.
Impaired driving does kill. It doesn't matter if it's inside of a vehicle or on an ATV. It is something that is easily preventable. We can save lives by not driving impaired. I understand that people like to have fun, but it's really important that you make positive choices and put plans in place so that does not happen.
AHS recommends taking a few precautions before operating an ATV or any off-road vehicle.
It's a great idea that when you do use ATVs or motorcycles that you are practicing safe driving habits. So making sure that you have the appropriate gear on, that people know where you're going when you're going to be back, as well as making sure that you ride sober.
On average, 14 people die from ATV accidents in Alberta every year, and between 2002 and 2013, over half of ATV-related fatalities had alcohol in their system. Well, once again, Lloydminster is seeing a substantial amount of tent caterpillars. In an effort to control the pests, the city does have plans in place to reduce the amount of caterpillars before they get too widespread.
Well, we're just going to be doing in some of the downtown area, we'll call them hotspots, where there's a, where we identified, a larger than usual, concentration. So we'll do some in those areas, and it's downtown in Bud Miller Park.
There are also ways you can control them in your own yard.
For their own yards, people can use, again, the soapy water substance. They can just, as if they were washing their dishes, they could use that. And again, they could speak to their, their home garden expert, and they may have some other advice on what to do.
And Cumby adds that he's been told the only way to completely get rid of them is to let nature run its course. Well, save the dates. Colonial Days is returning July 11th to 14th, and organizers are excited to announce this year's musical headliners. Our Brendan Escott has more.
It is an amazing lineup for this year.
George Canyon, Trooper, Snake Oil, and the Hunter Brothers are taking to the stage this year, and organizers say the entertainment doesn't stop there.
$15 to get in the gate, and you get to see horse shows, cattle shows, concerts, trade show, kids entertainment, monster truck shows, bull riding, demolition derby. Each day is $15, and the main events for the day, it's huge value for everybody.
Boundary Ford is partnering with the Agricultural Exhibition Association to sponsor this year's concert series.
We're over the moon excited. Anytime we have the ability to take part in something like this, we're going to jump all over it. Like I said, it's all about community and family, and that's what we're here for.
Though it's still a few weeks away, the little ones are already getting excited for this year's event.
My favorite part of the fair is the roller coasters and like the jungle gyms.
Brendan Escott, Newcap News.
Well, there's lots going on this long weekend. The Scott Woods Band is set to perform in Lashburn, and the Saskatchewan Motocross Provincial Championships is taking place just outside of Lloyd. Heather Clegus has your details in what's happening. Tomorrow night, you can take the whole family out for a fantastic show in Lashburn. Scott Woods, the Scott Woods Band, they are coming back to the area with their new tour, Fiddlin' Up a Storm. And you are going to hear some great music, some traditional country, some Western swing. Plus, they tell stories. They've got a step dancer out on the road with them. And Scott Woods has said he is going to do his trick fiddling as well. If you want to take in the show, showtime is 7 p.m. sharp tomorrow night at the Lashburn Community Hall. You can get tickets at the door, $25 for adults. Kids between the ages of 6 and 12, it's $10. Coming up on Sunday, it sounds like it's going to be quite the day of racing. The Saskatchewan Motocross Provincial Championship Series will be racing at the Lucas Bachman Memorial Raceway. And that raceway just northeast of Lloydminster, so real handy if you want to take the whole family out. Admission will be $10 at the gate. If you want to take part in the racing, registration begins at 6:30. If you're headed out for the races begin at 9:25 a.m. We want you to start your May long weekend by winning, and have we ever got a fantastic CD for you? It is the latest from Johnny Reid. It's called Revival, and there is some great music on this album, including Soul Train and a bonus track, Don't Let the Green Grass Fool Ya. If you want a copy, it's really easy. All you have to do is email your name and daytime phone number to tvcontest@newcap.ca. We want to say thanks to John at Universal Music Canada for setting us up with the music. And coming up next Saturday is the Color Within run through Bud Miller Park. And while you're out on the run, they get you with color bombs, so you'll be a rainbow by the time you're done. Plus, you help out the B. Fisher Foundation. You can register now for that run coming up next Saturday. Well, whatever you choose to do this weekend, I hope you have a great one. I'm Heather Clegus, and that's what's happening.
This is Newcap Sports.
Well, recently, 4 Holy Rosary students were selected from over 100 to represent Team Alberta's U16 squad. More accolades for a school rife with provincial talent. Lance Phillips has more.
Lloydminster's high school football programs continually churn out high-level athletes, and 2018 isn't any different. Recently, Football Alberta anointed players to represent its U17 and U18 programs, and now the U16 squad has been selected. Among the 40 representatives are 4 Lloydminster athletes. An exciting time, to say the least.
I was in school, so I'm running out of the hallways and I'm screaming, I made U16, I'm happy. And it kind of sucked because only, 4 of us made it. It'd be nice to have the other one. There's 1 guy, or 3 guys who got snipped.
Just pure excitement, like getting to know, or knowing that you're going to be playing high school football, and like with those bigger guys, it's definitely an eye-opening experience to see bigger guys throwing people around.
I'm going to get to meet lots of new people. There's a couple people I already know, which is always good. Get to play at a very high level, great coaches. I was just very excited.
We've got a handful from this school that made it, and so as a coach, I'm very excited. Proud that they're in our school, and then this year as a dad, I got my own son's playing, so we're really excited for that, really proud of him.
Every athlete returns from the U16 program a better version of themselves. Elite programs like Football Alberta offer opportunities to players that they wouldn't otherwise receive.
I just hope I come back with lots of new memories, learn some new skills. Like these coaches, they're the best in the province.
Different coaching staff will definitely help me with different implements of my game, like getting a different look at things, getting different people looking at my skills, saying you need to work on this that maybe a different coach might not see.
It's their first exposure to playing teams from other provinces. They're going to meet kids from around Alberta. They're going to make a whole bunch of new friends. They get, they're kind of be the center of attention for a week, and it's great for their confidence, great for their development. We're looking forward to reaping the benefits of that come fall.
But what exactly are the benefits, and when is it felt? According to Oreo, it takes time.
Throw those hands. You ever punch?
You'll see it. You'll see it right away. They're going to walk with a little more swag. They're going to have that, that edge. I've seen this level of competition. I've played with this guy. I learned from him. We might not see it on the field in the first couple of weeks, but we're going to see it as the season progresses, and we're going to see it as the years progress. And by the time they get to grade 12, they're really going to stand out. 8 to 10 yards.
Lance Phillips, Newcap Sports, Lloydminster.
Our halfbacks were playing.
Well, as 4-H kids get set for their annual expo, there are a few projects that you might say are flying below the radar. Gerard Lampow meets a couple of 4-H'ers who are pruning a different set of feathers.
Holy Toledo! Yeah.
The old question of which came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, in this case, it's pheasants that these 4-H club kids have been raising as one of their projects.
We have to take them as a day-old pheasant and chick, and then we give them water and feed and make sure that their temperature is right, and then keep their feed ready and their water, and then when it's time, then we take them to an outdoor pen and let them in a flight pen where they can fly around, and then after the time's done, then we release them.
12-year-old Jack McCormick works with the pheasants for about 5 to 6 weeks before they are released. He has been in 4-H for 2 years and also does shooting and survival training.
They're very finicky. If it's too cold, then they tend to die off real fast.
17-year-old Caleb Westergaard has done the beef, sheep, and now the pheasant project. These 2,500 birds came as chicks from the States. The 4-Hers are raising them for the Alberta Conservation Association. Caleb learned quite a lot about these birds.
It's kind of just touch and go from there. We got to keep the heater running 24/7. It's normally 25 degrees in here. So it's really nice in the winter when it's really cold, but it's really hot in the summer.
These pheasants will be sent to the Peace region in another week. The next batch for the 4-H project will stay at the farm for about 14 weeks.
We'll call around, or people will ask for us to bring them to them, and we'll go to release sites. We'll take pictures and then send that into the ACA so they know that we released them.
The pheasant project is another way that 4-Hers can build their skill set.
I've learned to raise a different kind of animal that I probably wouldn't have raised unless I was in this 4-H club.
Gerard Lampow, Newcap News.